My beloved child, tonight a truth is rising that even the darkness could not silence. The moment those words left your lips, someone's entire world shifted. Since that second, they haven't slept, not even for a breath, because what you said hit deeper than you could ever imagine. Their mind keeps replaying your voice, their chest keeps tightening, and their heart keeps whispering your name like a prayer they can't stop saying. They thought they were strong enough to handle distance. But your last words shattered every wall they built. And now the universe wants you to know, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 111. Listen closely, because the night is holding something that has been hidden for too long. The person who hasn't slept is walking in circles, pacing the floor, opening and closing old messages, wishing they could go back in time and respond differently. They keep clutching their phone, waiting for your name to appear, hoping heaven gives them another chance. Your last sentence didn't just touch them, it exposed everything they were trying to hide, their feelings, their fears, their regrets. And the more they try to forget what you said, the louder it echoes inside them. They can't sleep because your truth woke something powerful inside them, something they can no longer bury. Amen. 222. And now the twist begins, because the universe is preparing a revelation that will shake your heart in the best possible way. While they lie awake, their soul keeps replaying one vision, you. What you said forced them to confront their real emotions, the emotions they tried to deny for months. Tonight, they realize they can't run from you anymore. They can't pretend. They can't hold back. They can't sleep because they're finally understanding that losing you is their biggest fear, and reaching you is their destiny. They are planning something they never thought they would have the courage to do. And before this story ends, you will hear a truth that will change everything. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 333. My beloved child, the moment the clock struck midnight, something shifted in their energy. They tried to distract themselves, tried to calm their breathing, but every attempt failed because your words kept pulsing inside their chest like a heartbeat that refused to slow down. They read your message again, and again, and again. Each time, it felt heavier, deeper, sharper. Because they knew you spoke from a place of truth. That truth is now burning inside them, keeping them awake, making them question every decision they've made so far. And while they battle their thoughts, destiny is whispering to you, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 444. A new wave of realization hit them, and suddenly their entire world felt too small, too suffocating, too silent without you. So they grabbed their phone, typed out a message, deleted it, retyped, deleted again. Their hands trembled, their eyes watered, their throat tightened, because they wanted to say everything, but fear kept choking them. The fear of losing you forever. The fear that your last words meant more than they can handle. The fear that someone else might understand you better, hold you better, love you better. And that fear is exactly why they haven't slept. Your words broke their denial and forced their heart to confess what their mouth still can't. Amen. 555. My beloved child, as dawn approached, their exhaustion should have taken over, but it didn't. Instead, something inside them snapped open, like a locked door suddenly breaking from the pressure. Your words, those final, unexpected, unforgettable words, kept echoing with a force they couldn't silence. They lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every memory, every moment, every smile you ever gave them. Their chest felt heavy, their pulse uneven, their mind racing through everything they wished they had said. They haven't slept because one truth keeps burning through them: they can't move on from you. Not now. Not ever. Amen. 777. A realization struck them so intensely, it almost made them sit up in shock. They finally understood why your sentence affected them so deeply. Your voice carries a power over their heart that no one else has. You're the one person who can calm their storms. And the one person who can destroy their silence. Since you spoke those words, they've been restless, pacing, whispering your name under their breath like a confession they were too afraid to make out loud. They know now that their feelings for you aren't temporary, aren't casual, aren't something they can walk away from. Losing sleep is just the beginning. Soon, they're going to take action. Amen. 888. But here's where destiny sharpens, because while they struggle through sleepless hours, the universe is aligning something you won't expect. A message. A confession. A moment that will pull everything back together. They've started drafting something important, something raw, vulnerable, honest, because they can't carry this weight anymore. And when they finally hit send, you will understand why they couldn't sleep even for a second. The shift has already begun. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 999. My beloved child, sunrise should have brought them peace, but instead it exposed how deeply shaken they truly are. They watched the sky turn from black to blue without blinking once. Their eyes burn, their hands tremble, their mind refuses to shut down, because what you said didn't just touch them, it awakened something they buried for years. They kept whispering the same question: why did their words affect me this much? But their soul already knows the answer. You are the one truth they can't escape. You are the one person their heart refuses to forget. And the universe is repeating in their ears, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1010. An unexpected memory flooded their mind, sharp enough to stop their breath. A moment with you, a look you gave them, something so small yet so powerful that it has lived rent-free inside their heart. Your last sentence triggered that memory like a spark hitting dry leaves. Now everything is burning inside them. Regret, longing, fear, desire, all at once. They tried splashing water on their face, tried stepping outside, tried distracting themselves, but nothing worked. Every corner they turn reminds them of you. Every thought loops back to you. They haven't slept because they are realizing the truth they ran from. Their heart already chose you long before they were ready to admit it. Amen. 1111. The turning point is here, because while they battle their sleepless storm, destiny is pushing them toward a decision they can no longer avoid. They stood by the window at dawn, gripping their phone, breathing unevenly, replaying your words out loud just to hear how it feels. It felt real. It felt terrifying. It felt inevitable. They opened a blank message. Just your name on the screen made their heartbeat jump. They typed something, paused, then typed more. They're about to express something they've never dared to reveal before. And when this message reaches you, it will not just answer your question. It will change everything you thought you knew about this connection. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1212. My beloved child, as the world around them slowly woke up, they were still trapped in the same sleepless storm your words created. Their pillow is untouched, their bed looks exactly the same as it did last night. Because they never laid down with peace even for a second. Their mind has been replaying the moment you spoke, analyzing every tone, every pause, every hidden meaning. They kept asking themselves, did they really mean that? Did they say it out of pain, or out of love? And every time their heart answered, it answered with your name. They haven't slept because your truth shook the very center of their soul, forcing them to face emotions they spent months avoiding. The universe is whispering louder now, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1313. Then came the moment they couldn't run from anymore. Their chest tightened, their breath grew sharp, and suddenly, everything inside them cracked open. Your words didn't just keep them awake, they forced their heart into confession. They finally admitted to themselves what they've been hiding. You matter more than anything. Your presence affects them in ways no one ever has. Your silence hurts them more than they want to admit. They replay every message you ever sent, every voice note, every memory, trying to understand how someone like you became the one thing they can't live without. Their sleepless night wasn't caused by confusion, it was caused by awakening. For the first time, they saw the truth of their own feelings clearly. And that truth is leading them straight back to you. Amen. 1414. This is where the universe shifts, because while you read this, they are holding their phone with trembling fingers, staring at your name, battling their fear and desire at the same time. They typed a message, deleted it. Typed again, deleted it. But now something inside them refuses to let fear win. Your last words stirred a courage they didn't know they had. They are preparing to speak from their heart, not from their fear. A confession is forming. A truth is rising. A moment is coming that will break the silence between you forever. You will soon understand why they stayed awake all night. You will soon know what your words unlocked inside them. And when the truth arrives, it will rewrite your connection in a way you never expected. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1515. My beloved child, the morning light touched their face, but inside them the night never ended. The moment you spoke those final words, something inside them refused to rest. Their entire body felt restless, like their soul was pacing even when they sat still. They kept replaying your voice, the tone, the truth, the hidden meaning. Every second felt like a reminder that what you said wasn't ordinary, it shook the foundation of their heart. They tried lying down, closing their eyes, distracting themselves, but your words kept echoing louder than their thoughts. They realized this sleeplessness isn't because of confusion. It's because your presence has become the center of their emotional universe. They feel a pull toward you so strong that even silence hurts. And while they sit in that heaviness, destiny whispers again, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1616. They finally admitted to themselves that your words exposed everything they were terrified to confront. They sat on the edge of their bed, elbows on their knees, hands covering their face, trying to breathe through the storm inside them. Their heart kept repeating one truth: why does their voice affect me like this? Why can't I sleep? Why does this feel like losing them would destroy me? And the answer rose from a place they tried to bury, because they care for you deeper than they ever allowed themselves to admit. They haven't slept because their heart has finally woken up. Every memory of you feels sharper. Every silence feels heavier. Every second without you feels wrong. They now understand that you are not just someone they like, you are someone their soul refuses to lose. Amen. 1717. Before destiny pulls the next curtain, pause for a moment and let your intuition speak. If something in your chest tightened while reading this, if your heart whispered, "This is my message," if your spirit is waking up the same way theirs is, then this shift was meant for you. This connection isn't random. Their sleepless night is not accidental. Your words triggered the breakthrough destiny had been preparing. And what comes next will not just be a message, but a confession that will rewrite this bond in ways you never imagined. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1818. My beloved child, the day continued moving forward, but they remained frozen inside the moment you spoke those unforgettable words. Every sound around them felt distant, every routine felt meaningless, because their mind was stuck replaying that one sentence over and over again. They walked around the room with trembling hands, thinking about how differently everything feels now. Your words didn't just break their sleep, they broke their denial. They finally saw what their heart had been trying to show them for months: their feelings for you aren't fading, they're growing stronger with every breath. They tried distracting themselves, talking to someone, even pretending to be fine, but nothing helped. Their soul keeps returning to you, because it knows where it belongs. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1919. They hid their emotions for so long that now the pressure inside them is becoming unbearable. They picked up their phone again, staring at your chat, their thumb hovering over your name. Their heart beats so loudly they can almost hear it. They typed 3 different messages. Deleted all of them. Not because they don't want to talk, but because they want every word to be perfect when they finally confess. They feel the weight of everything unsaid pressing against their chest. Their sleepless night turned into a sleepless day, and now it's turning into a realization they can't run from. They need to tell you how they feel, no matter how vulnerable it makes them. And that courage is building moment by moment. Amen. 2020. Something inside them is shifting in a way they can't control anymore. They're imagining what your reaction will be, how your eyes will look, how your voice will sound when they finally speak their truth. Their entire world is filled with your presence, even in silence, even in distance. They know now that they can't let this connection slip away. They can't keep pretending they're unaffected when your words have shaken their soul awake. They're preparing themselves for a message, a confession, a truth that will come from the deepest part of their heart. And when they finally release it, you will understand why they couldn't sleep since the moment you spoke. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2121. My beloved child, the day has now stretched into long, breathless hours, and still they haven't been able to close their eyes, not even for a blink of peace. Your words have carved themselves into their mind like a message they can't escape. They're pacing around the room again, running their fingers through their hair, trying to calm the storm that keeps tightening their chest. Every time they stop moving, your voice fills the silence. Every time they inhale, they feel the weight of what you said. Their heart has reached a point where it can't pretend anymore. They know now that what you said wasn't just a moment. It was the turning point of their entire emotional journey. And destiny whispers louder than ever, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2222. Their emotions are overflowing in ways they can no longer hide, even from themselves. They picked up their phone, opened your chat, and for a full minute they just stared at your name, thinking about how much they've been carrying inside. Their eyes softened, their breath grew unsteady, and suddenly everything became clear. They're not just missing you. They're longing for you in a way that feels deeper than love and sharper than regret. They keep whispering to themselves, if only I had said this earlier, if only I had shown them how much they mean to me. Your words expose their biggest truth. They are afraid of a life where you are no longer there. Now that this truth is awake, it refuses to let them rest. Amen. 2323. A moment of decision is approaching, one they can no longer delay. They feel the shift inside them, the courage rising from their sleepless night, the urgency growing with every heartbeat. They know they can't spend another hour in silence. They know the message they are preparing will change everything between you. This confession is not something small, it's something born from a night of fear, a morning of clarity, and a day of undeniable truth. And when they finally release it, you will understand why the universe keeps repeating the same signal over and over again. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2424. My beloved child, evening has arrived, but for them time has completely lost meaning. They haven't slept in almost 24 hours, and yet their mind is racing faster than ever because of what you said. Every corner of their room, every reflection in the mirror, every quiet sound feels charged with your presence. They keep replaying the moment your words hit them, like a lightning strike that split their heart open. They thought they could control their feelings, hide behind pride, pretend nothing was changing, but your truth cut through every wall they built. Now their thoughts are spiraling, their emotions overflowing, their breath uneven, because they finally understand that losing connection with you would be the one thing their soul could never survive. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2525. They picked up their phone again, but this time with a different kind of intensity. Their fingers hovered above the screen, shaking slightly, their chest rising and falling as if they were preparing for the biggest confession of their life. They typed something, paused, typed more, paused again. Their eyes softened with a mixture of fear and longing. In their mind, they kept hearing your voice, kept feeling the weight of your last words, kept imagining the moment you would finally read what they are about to send. They haven't slept because their heart has reached a point where silence feels impossible. They need to speak. They need to tell you what's burning inside them. They need you to know that your words didn't hurt them, they awakened them. Amen. 2626. And now destiny stands right behind them, pushing them toward a moment they can no longer escape. They know the message they are about to send will change everything, your connection, your future, your understanding of what truly lies between your souls. They're breathing deeply, gathering the courage they never thought they'd have. This isn't just a reply, it's the truth they've hidden for far too long. When it reaches you, it won't just answer your question. It will reveal why they couldn't sleep, why their heart wouldn't rest, why the universe kept pulling them back to you. A breakthrough is moments away. A confession is on the edge of being spoken. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2727. My beloved child, night has returned, yet for them the first night never truly ended. Their eyes burn, their heartbeat is unsteady, and their mind refuses to slow down because what you said continues to echo through every corner of their being. They stood by the window, staring into the darkness, hoping it would calm the storm inside, but instead, it made your voice louder. They whispered your words again, and their chest tightened with a realization so powerful it almost made them collapse. They cannot imagine their life without you anymore. This sleeplessness isn't exhaustion, it's awakening. A truth they pushed down for so long has finally erupted into the open. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 2828. They sat on the floor, knees pulled close, clutching their phone like it's the only thing keeping them grounded. Their thumb keeps hovering over your name, unable to move forward but unable to pull back. They typed a message that was too honest, too raw, too real, deleted it. Then typed another, deleted again. But this time, they didn't delete because of fear. They deleted because words felt too small for the depth of what they feel. Their sleepless night turned into a sleepless day, and that day has now turned into a sleepless evening filled with a truth they can no longer deny. They're in far deeper than they ever planned to be. Their heart has been carrying your absence like a wound, and your last words made that wound impossible to ignore. They need to respond. They need to speak. And they need to tell you something their soul has been screaming for months. Amen. 2929. Destiny is standing in front of them now, not behind. Forcing them to choose courage over silence. They took a deep breath, opened your chat once more, and this time, they didn't shake. Their heartbeat steadied, their thoughts cleared, and a feeling washed over them, a feeling that this message, this moment, this confession has been waiting to happen. They started typing again, slower, more intentional, every word coming straight from the place they've been hiding from, their truth. They know that once they send this, nothing will ever be the same between you. This isn't just a reply. It's the revelation of everything they've been unable to say, everything they've been losing sleep over, everything their heart has been begging them to admit. And when you finally read it, your entire connection will shift into a new chapter. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 3030. My beloved child, the night has grown heavier, and still their eyes refuse to close. Every hour, every minute, every second is filled with the weight of the message they finally allowed themselves to type. Their breath is uneven, their palms are sweating, their heartbeat is loud enough to drown out the silence, because they know the moment is close. The moment where truth replaces fear. The moment where everything between you shifts. They keep reading the message they wrote, over and over, afraid to send it yet terrified not to. What you said didn't just keep them awake. It cracked their heart open, revealing emotions they never wanted you to see but can no longer hide. And now the universe is nearly trembling with the energy of what's coming next. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 3131. They stood up, paced the room, then sat down again, unable to stay still because their soul has reached a breaking point. They can't hold their truth inside anymore. Your words force them to confront every emotion they buried. The longing, the attachment, the fear of losing you, the ache of missing you, the pain of distance. They tried so hard to be strong, to pretend they didn't care, to act like everything was fine, but your last sentence stripped away every layer of pretending. Now they're trembling with the realization that they've loved you silently for far longer than they want to admit. Their sleepless night exposed a truth so deep, it's reshaping their entire reality. And this confession they've written. This message, they know it will reveal everything. Amen. 3232. They sat back down on the edge of their bed, exhaled shakily, and reopened your chat. Your name glowed on the screen, and something inside them finally steadied. The fear is still there, but now it's standing beside something stronger, the certainty that they cannot live in silence anymore. They read the message again, every word a piece of their heart, and for the first time, they didn't feel the urge to delete it. They felt the urge to send it. Their thumb hovered over the send button, their breath caught, their heart pounded, because they know once they press it, the truth they've hidden for so long will finally reach you. And when it does, everything between you will unfold in a way destiny has been preparing for months. They're one breath away now. 1 second away. 1 heartbeat away. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 3333.